going to take an unforgettable journey. Viewer discretion is advised. The incredible Singh.
Sat Sri Akal Ji, Sat Sri Akal Ji, oh Sat Sri Akal Ji. This is the one, the only, the incredible Singh. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode number 88. Can you guys believe it? 88 episodes. It's took me a few years to get here, but here we are. This show is about things that affect us because everything affects us differently. And I'll be talking about health and fitness tips that I try to live by, some current events, and showcase some of my favorite music. I hope to give you a positive insight and motivate you to enjoy life. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You guys are super women, and it's just how it is. Like, that's just the bottom line. So I got a fan comment. I'm not going to say who it is because you know who you are. And thank you very much for the comment. I really do appreciate it. And the comment is, it sounds like I'm reading the show. You got them right, I'm reading the show and saying it out to you people. The reason is because then I don't go off on tangents and keep saying all the stuff in between. So it's easier for me to get the point across in a very succinct manner. This is why I end up reading the show. For those of you who don't like that, I apologize. For those of you who don't really care, then you're all good to go. So going forward, I'll definitely try a little bit harder not to sound like I'm reading. But on that note, if you've seen the Ant-Man movie, then you'll get the meme that sums up 2020. It's between the Ant-Man and his security partner that continues having run-on sentences about his stories. So here we go. I'm just going to get right into it right now. I'm going to be reading this, okay? Ant-Man, so it's basically a picture, right? So the Ant-Man asks, so how's your 2020? And the security partner responds, and this is where I love it. Well, there was almost a world war, and Australia caught on fire, and then Trump was put in a peach, and then some guy ate a bat, and now everyone is getting sick, and there was a toilet paper shortage, so I had to wipe my ass with leaves, and 2 months of online classes, and Kim Jong-un died, and his sister became an anime star, but then he came back to life, and the Pentagon confirmed UFOs exist. But no one really gave a shit. And now 30 million people are unemployed. And thousands of people are dying daily. And now murder hornets are invading. The WTF look on the Ant-Man's face is priceless. Those of you who watch the Ant-Man, you'll know what I'm talking about. Those of you who haven't, go watch the movie. It'll totally make sense. It's funny as hell. But just like every week, we're going to be talking about my favorite 3 songs later on in the show, which are sung by Gary Sandhu, Sidhu Moosewala, and Diljit Dosanjh. Who will be this week's song in 60 seconds? Stay tuned to find out. But here we go with the last song in 60 seconds, and that's by Fateh and Amar Sandhu called Jyotiana. It's time for the incredible health tip of the week. Give yourself a good rub. You know what I'm talking about. Improve the circulation and help your lymph glands to drain the way you towel off. Helping your lymph glands function can help prevent them from becoming infected. So when drying off your limbs and torso, brush towards your groin, on your legs, and towards the armpits of your upper body. You can do the same thing with a gentle massage with your partner, which I think is a little bit more fun. Let's get back to the music here. Mitran the Boot with Dr. Zeus, Jazzy B, and Kaur B. Alright guys, so the Sidhu Moosewala track just dropped, and I saw a couple of tweets by Byg Byrd, so I'm telling you I don't have all the facts. I don't really know what's going on. But wow, I checked a few threads that I saw. You know, the relationship between Sidhu Moosewala and Byg Byrd with the approach of this album, Snitches Get Stitches, is uncanny. Apparently, the Moose only paid $5,000 per track to Byg Byrd that he produced And on the flip side, he's getting 80 to 100,000 K per gig, which, you know, like you can think about it either which way. You know, is there something wrong with that? You know, at first glance, people are in an uproar because, you know, Sidhu Moosewala is clearly raking it in. But at the same time, should Byg Byrd be paid more for what he's doing? Honestly, if there's an agreement put in place, then it really doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter who the artist is, Gurlez Man, Diljit Dosanjh, or whoever, the Little John, Snoop Dogg, Celine Dion, Britney Spears, whoever. It doesn't matter who it is. If there's an agreement put in place stating that you will get paid X amount of dollars for the work that you're doing, then that's the bottom line. You should get paid. And it doesn't matter how much the gigs are being charged and how much he's making from merchandise or whatever it is that he's selling. But I think probably the biggest problem is that with these new tracks, Goat and Pittel, that came out, Sonny Malton has straight out come out and said that he hasn't gotten paid and neither has Byg Byrd. And they don't care. They're like, you know, you want to do this stuff properly and release everything properly, but the music got leaked and people are getting blamed and this and that and the other. Music is going to get leaked if you're not working with legit people. And going in and blaming people that, you know, really are the part of your industry and part of what they're trying to do for you and for themselves at the same time, it makes no sense for them to leak the songs before they're supposed to release, because they only get paid if they get released properly. If a song is leaked out onto YouTube or whatever, then it doesn't really matter. WhatsApp and this and that. They're only pulling money from their own pocket. So why would they do something stupid like that? Now, talking about agreements, if we look at the original agreement, and if it stipulates in that they're supposed to get a kickback or royalties of some form of money for the release of the song or the track or the gigs that you do and the shows that you do, things like that, that's a totally different story. Then everything's got to be documented. But we know exactly how this Desi community works. Half the stuff isn't documented properly, and even if it is, people go back on the word, and all that is just a big waste of time half the time with some of these people. These Desis are barely able to keep track of their own shit, so why would they be able to keep track with somebody else's stuff? You know what I'm saying? It's accounting, it should be simple, but it's not. They complicate it every single time. They make it more and more complicated, and they're always pedaling back in terms of what they're talking about. They be saying like, Foji, mere ko paise aise wale hai nahi. Next show bro, after next show bro, zarur main tenu paise deunga. What a load of crap. I've been part of the entertainment industry. I've been running E3 Entertainment for many years until I stopped back. And I also was part of the SFU Elite Bhangra team. I was doing business for that, you know, getting shows and gigs and all that sort of stuff. And I learned very, very quickly, you get your money in advance. You don't have to deal with the crap later on. To be perfectly honest, I was really lucky to get all the money that was owed to us after the fact. But I have this one story that I wanted to share with you. It took me almost 2 months to track this guy down after the event. And what a pain in the ass. Excuse after excuse. He doesn't have the money. Now he does have the money. Now something else came up. Now his car expenses. Now he's not in town. Now this, that, and the other. Finally, I was able to get him to like agree to meet up with me. So he ended up making me go to this random house. It was a nice house, mind you, right? So like I knew they have money in general, but the whole thing was a big mess in the first place. As soon as I pulled up to the driveway, parked, went inside, I was like, okay, this guy should be like here any second. Somebody else opened the door. Next thing you know, I'm sitting in the living room with some random baba talking about nothing for about half an hour. I am not kidding you. It took 30 minutes for the guy to show up. I messaged the guy twice, like, dude, I'm here. You know, like, I've got other things going on. Like, can you please bring the money so I can, like, move on with the rest of my day? And then we're done with this. Finally, the guy showed up, gave me the money. Sorry, bro. Baji, idda hoya si. Excuse. I'm like, that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's done. Transaction is done. Let me go home. So the point is, get all of your money up front. You can only trust yourself to do the right thing. And you can't really trust anybody else to do the same thing for you in this industry. Desis as a whole will never be able to honor residual payments for any gig or any royalty whatsoever. and they're gonna come up with every excuse under the book to not make the payment. I'm the one, the only, the incredible Singh. Here we go with a track featuring Sidhu Moosewala and Byg Byrd and Sunny Malton. Just listen. It's time for the incredible fitness tip of the week. Make an irritation list. To be honest, this is something that I never thought of doing myself until I read this. Quite often, what's really getting us down is a bunch of little things, and it just ends up exploding into one big ass problem for like some other random thing. Creating this list is going to help you recognize what's up. Let's play the next track by Manak-E, Jeri Kuri. Jeri Kuri ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਾਉ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਦਿਲ ਉਸ ਕੁੜੀ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਰਾਂਗੇ. Oh ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਜੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ? This is the one, the only, the incredible Singh, and it's time for my favorite part of the show with my favorite top 3 songs. And the first track is gonna go to Gary Sandhu featuring Sultan called Jatt. To be honest, I never thought that a kabaddi song with a solid rap beat like that would actually make it to one of my top 3. Sultan has a bit of Naseeb flow, and I definitely love that for sure. West Side, Gary Sandhu, he always delivers like he usually does. And the second song is by Sidhu Moosewala and Amar Sandhu called Flop Song. Now this song just got released, and with all the hype around Byg Byrd and Sunny Malton, this song flops out of the pack for me. I've said it before, Amar Sandhu is on fire, and working with the Sidhu Moosewala on this project just adds to all of it. The third song is by Diljit Dosanjh and Mickey Singh called Ranjana, and I've been waiting a long time since Panorama White and Honani, but for me, wow, like this track, when these guys get together, these guys definitely make the magic happen. So I'll play a clip of these 3 tracks, and I'll let you know what my favorite song is on the other side. Yo, 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 this is the one, the only, the incredible Singh, and this week's song in 60 seconds goes to Sidhu Moosewala and Amar Sandhu for Flop Song. Amar Sandhu's work keeps getting better and better. You can say he's still up and coming, but I say he's already here. And Sidhu Moosewala keeps finding ways to make waves in the industry, and this song definitely makes him sound different and fresh. The lyrics on this one are executed with an exorbitant amount of finesse, incorporating the mix between Punjabi and English. As a fan, we just want absolutely amazing music, regardless of the background gand, but even though that does bring the hype to the beat. Sidhu Moosewala and Amar Sandhu delivered this one with Desi Dordash, if you know what I'm saying. And that's why Flop Song is this week's song in 60 seconds. If you don't know who Henry David Thoreau is, well, neither do I, to be quite honest, but there's a quote that I really like of his, which is, "You must not only aim right, but draw the bow with all your might." The point is, if you are putting full force, or sorry, let me say that again. If you are not putting in full force into your goal, then maybe your goal is the one that needs to change. That way, you can put all your might into it. Let's play the next track. I'm feeling kind of old school this week here. Let's play B21, Dil Tadke, the R&B mix with Fateh. So guys, we have this tendency to forget about things that happened, and I realized this when I saw the meme that I read at the top of the show. So all the different things that have happened this year, I actually forgot about the Australia fires. I forgot about that somebody ate a bat. I wasn't thinking about what happened at Christmas. And even today as well, I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. In a general sense, we have a tendency to create excuses for our lack of motivation. So instead of having a productive day, you end up forgetting about whatever it is that you did. So, I mean, there's another meme that I saw, you know, like, oh, what'd you do today? Well, I got up at 10 and next thing you know, it was 5 o'clock. I don't know what happened in between. You know, like, You have to have something kind of going for you. That way you can make the day count. Quite honestly, like sometimes, yeah, you absolutely need to have those one-off days where you do nothing and it just dwindles away by like, you know, checking random stuff on your phone, or, you know, twiddling around on the computer doing some random surfing, or, you know, just browsing TV and different things that are on the TV or Netflix or whatever. But you still got to come back into what you're trying to accomplish with your life. In my case, I started working out without any weights, and I started downloading these apps that allowed me to work out on my own, and I started exercising on my own without having to go to the gym, because that was just the way my lifestyle was. I didn't really have an opportunity to create the time to go to the gym. So instead of making an excuse not to go to the gym or not to work out, the whole goal was to work out. So excuse, yeah, fair enough, I'm not able to make it over to the gym, but I still took the effort. I developed a plan to put in place so I could start working out on a regular basis daily, and it's made a huge impact. Like, if you, like, for everybody that's been following me, you know, in a year's time I dropped 40 pounds. Like, how crazy is that? 40 pounds in a year. And all I did was mentally I decided to make the change, and I found something that finally worked for me. Now with everybody at home now, you know, my wife's home, and, you know, like, she's really avid on going to the gym. So what she did to make it work for her is she ended up buying weights, and she ended up buying a punching bag that we have now downstairs set up in our garage. It's still a work in progress, but at least we have the weights there, and the punching bag is a work in progress, but we're getting there. But now, you know, as a result of doing that, you know, like, I have these things that I can do differently now that I normally would do at the gym when I go. And now I can do these other exercises. I can do bicep curls, and I can do tricep curls, and I can do these other things for my back that I do at the gym, whereas I normally can't do it at home because I just don't have the right equipment to do it here. As a result of getting this equipment, now I'm actually feeling a lot better about working out. I'm actually a little bit more motivated to make the workouts happen. And now with the, you know, with work, with the way the time frame works, I actually have a solid set time. Every day between 7 and 9 is my workout time. It's perfect. Like, it's a great setup. It's great timing. But, you know, I know that eventually that's going to change. So I'll have to adjust again and make it happen again at that time. Something that other people can do is you can set your daily chores. So that way, at least you still know what day it is. Like, for example, Monday you do laundry, you do the sheets only. And then Tuesdays you just do the vacuuming. And then Wednesdays you do your regular clothes laundry. And then Thursday you do your washrooms. And then Friday then you vacuum. And then Saturdays and Sundays you do the kitchen or whatever. Like, whatever works for you, just do something that you know exactly what day it is. And you'll continue to be motivated to continue getting up and do these different things, right? So, you know, maybe it's like every Monday you get up and do a podcast. For me, it's Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays. Anyways, yeah. But anyways, for everybody that's out there, you know, whatever it is, you know, just don't create excuses of why you can't do something, and think of opportunities to actually do something. And set a schedule or set a reminder, or just do it immediately, because then you can say you actually did something to get to that goal. Let's get back to the music. I'm the one, the only, the incredible Singh. Let's play more old school track, Sukhbir Ishq, right here on the Incredible Livecast. Alright guys, make sure to hit me up on all my social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Mixcloud, Soundcloud, Snapchat, and email. Email me at theincrediblesingh@hotmail.com. I definitely love hearing your comments, and thank you again for the fan comment earlier on. You know who you are. Let's get back to the music. Again, feeling kind of old school. Let's play Balwinder Safri's Baho Bhangra. Alright guys, we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode number 88. It's always fun doing this show for you guys, but I got some sad news. Unfortunately, we lost a rock and roll legend, Little Richard. Womp bomp baloo bomp balomp bat boop tooty fruity. Oh Rudy. That song is gonna be with me forever. And also another sad goodbye to Army and Navy. It's an end of an era, And this organization's been around since 1975, clothes and shoes and all that sort of good stuff there. I think I went there like a couple of times, like many years ago, but it's one of those things that a lot of companies are shutting down during this whole pandemic stuff, and it's hard to hear that these things are happening, but it's part of the reality of what it is. But on a positive note, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you get everything that you deserve. You get some flowers, some chocolate, some candy, a nice gift, maybe some dinner or something, whatever, drink shinks and all that sort of thing. But anyways, I hope you guys stay positive, stay focused, and stay blessed. But more importantly, wash your hands, stay home, and stay safe.